there are new ways to determine the size of a bubble on a bubble chart. They released this on the Power BI update in August 2023, this month, and I couldn't figure out just by reading the description. So I got it now. So now that I know, you should know too. Let's get started. So if you have a bubble chart from previous Power BI versions and you go to markers and then range scale, and you're going to see that it says deprecated. Deprecated looks like the data range version, but not really. I guess there is a difference. That's why they say deprecated, because if you look at, you can especially see it in this bubble. I'm going to change it now to data range, and then you'll see that it changes a little bit, although not much. You see that it gets a little bit bigger. So I guess they have a difference in the calculation for the size, but because they don't say the difference, I can't tell you. But what are the new modes? So we have magnitude, we have data range, and we have auto. So when you have auto, I guess that is the default setting. It is the default setting. And it says that when the bubble size measure, which in our case is total sales variance, contains only positive or negative values, which is not our case, then it will pick magnitude. So magnitude, it took me a while, but it actually makes all the sense in the world. Let's go to markers. Magnitude is that you have the total sales variance for here is 0. And the total sales variance for these big bubbles is 7. This is the biggest one, minus 8%. So it goes, and the bigger the number, the bigger the bubble. So minus 8 is bigger than minus 0. It depends on when you are measuring, obviously. But it is a bigger negative number. So they are making it bigger. And this is the default now for Power BI, which before it was the data range, so it's going to be fairly confusing. Be careful. If we go to data range, it does the opposite. So obviously the 0, in reality, minus 0 is a bigger number than minus 7. Like, think about it. So minus 7 is smaller. But again, it depends on what you're measuring. You want the size of the bubble to be bigger or smaller. And this is exactly what this range scaling is letting you choose. So we're going to do it again because I have to do it a few times to get it in my head. So magnitude, the smallest number, which is in this case is minus 8, which is this one, is the bigger. So minus 8 is a bigger variance than minus 0. And that's the one that gets choose. But if you wanted to have it the other way, if you want to say, oh, I want to see minus 0 is a bigger number actually than minus 7, that should be bigger, then you pick data range. Okay? I know that I'm going to have to come back to this video every time to remember how this worked, but it does make sense, and it's quite nice to have this option available for the bubble chart. Okay, I hope this was educational for you. Bubble charts are actually very, very useful. So if you haven't used it before, perfect opportunity now to give them a go. I will see you again on the next video.